This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Man United we're talking about.
This is Manchester 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 United we're talking about.
Oh, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about. Manchester United we're talking about here. This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
I mean, this is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
This is Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. It's Man United we're talking about. It is Man United we're talking about. It's Manchester United we're talking about.
It's Man United we're talking about. This is Man United we're talking about.
It's Manchester United we're talking about.
We're talking about Manchester United.
Can't be fucking. He's on current wages over there, but he might have been happy with that. Oh shit! Oh! What? Yo, give me one second, man! Yo, chill! What? Where you going? Relax, man, let's negotiate, man! Fucking hell! Fuck! We're not even negotiating it, man! We didn't even negotiate! What the heck?
Yes, people, let me put this there. Lovely. I need a new intro, I must admit. Definitely need a new intro. I don't know what it's going to be, but has to be a little something. Anyways, smash the likes, hype the video if you can do so. It's somewhere in, if you minimize the live chat and scroll across a couple times, it might say hype video. Love. Might get me another subscriber. Put out a video this morning and my thumbnail guy took ages and I scheduled it. Is what it is. But yeah, people, we're going to be talking about these next rumors. Amorim's to quit. Yeah, walk away. I dare him. I dare him to walk away. Because I'm telling you for free, there is no man on this earth that can have a payout or compensation of about, what, 10, 12 million, 8 million quid, whatever the hell it is, that's going to walk away. It's just not happening. You're going to get a mad payout and you're going to walk away. Nah, I don't think so. I don't care what rumors come out. You know, you can threaten to walk away as much as you want. He's already done it twice. I mean, why would you? It's like someone telling you that they're going to punch you in the face and they're just not going to punch and they just keep pushing you. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, it's just an empty threat. It's just not, it's not going to work. So without shadow of a shadow of a doubt or whatever, he's here to stay. And I'm seeing Mbeumo as well coming out and trying to like back the cause. And I don't mind that. Like the players are saying it's on him. He's been a part of a system. Give me 2 seconds. There we go. There we go. Sorry. There might have been background noise. Yeah, and Mbeumo's playing himself, saying he's played in a similar system. The thing is, he hasn't actually played in a similar system. I keep... This word system is starting to get on my nerves because there's a difference between playing in a formation or a system. Yeah, let's get one thing right, yeah. Mbeumo, once upon a time, might have done a job at wingback for the likes of Thomas Frank when he earlier in his career, you know, when he probably first came to the club or whenever he did, right? But that doesn't mean you should put him there now. You know what I mean? The guy's like 25, 26. He has a lot to offer, like in the front of the pitch. We don't need to see him in a 3-back, in a 5-back or whatever. Do you know what I mean? We need to see him in front of goals, making sure that we've got patterns of play so he can get chances or create the chances. It's as easy as that. And it's getting so overrated at this point. It's actually flipping getting on my nerves. But let me know what you lot think in the comments, because if he was to walk, that means there's got this whole managerial shortlisting thing is true. You know, so let's play devil's advocate, right? And I'm seeing Xavi's name, you know, he's basically begging for a job in the Premier League since he wants to come in so much. You know, he wants that Man United job. That's what I'm going to take from what Fabrizio said last night and the day before that. The Southgate talks got rubbished. You know, we keep talking about Areola. There's not much noise around that, except that he's got a, you know, that he's admired. Glasner would jump into United in a heartbeat. And I've still been waiting for some comments on my video that I made. It might not have went out as far as I thought it might be, you know, as it might do. Let me double check if anyone did. But I just need you guys to kind of tell me what makes you so convinced that Xavi's going to succeed at United if he was to be offered that job, if Amorim was to walk away. Why is Xavi so much more than the others? Do you not like? I feel like I've given enough reason to like think it's too much of a risk right now, because we know Xavi likes to play certain type of football. Yeah, that's great. But I just don't feel like we got the players to do that, and it's just going to look absolutely awful. Then we're going to have to change up different things, and do you know what I mean? Like, I don't see how it fits in. I really don't. I think having a foreign manager that has not managed in the Prem at the moment, I just don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna work. I'm gonna go on to some of the comments, if there is a couple of the comments. Some of you have said best to do an interim and new manager starts in the summer, so that could be an option. Any mid-season manager will fail. United standards, it says, think it could work as we got a lot of technical players. Kobe would flourish the most and would build a team around him. So that's another one. Another one says, I would only take him as interim till the end of the season. I think it's all about Carrick. You can't bring Xavi mid-season. When Barcelona brought him, it was mid-season. I even said on my video that I don't know much about him. I'll be real. I wasn't following La Liga. I wasn't following Xavi's team. They were 9th and they took them to 2nd. And then, yeah, if says it all. No Xavi, please. Good manager, but he's not what we need right now. Glasner seems like the right guy. Xavi took over Barcelona when they were 9th in La Liga and finished 2nd and won a Liga the following season. All right, let me get some of your comments. Don says, because we need a manager that managed a big clubs before, because the pressure is different at a big club. You could be right there. Glasner is the right man. Xavi is extremely risky. Stick with the Prem experience. No player or manager is guaranteed to succeed. Get Glasner in 1 game a week and FA Cup only. Glasner just makes sense. Score the Ragnick as well, is what you're saying. Lego saying he's bought into the Glasner hype. Quasi, or is it Quasi? Is saying aura. So you're telling me we should get Xavi because of aura? Come on, man. Can someone give me a tactical reason why Xavi should be the one that comes into the job if he's to get the job, if Amorim's to get sacked? I'm still struggling to understand. Like, is there anyone that can just tell me what he's going to do with this current team? Because the way I'm kind of looking at it is, I'm not trying to write the season off. I look at this squad that Amorim's obviously got, and I'm looking at it like, with everything that's surrounding, the way Chelsea are playing, the way Liverpool are even playing, the way, you know, all these other sides are playing, Newcastle, Bournemouth, and I don't look at this. I don't look at this Premier League thinking, you know what, it's mad difficult. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just think like you can easily at this current moment of time have a squad like United playing 1 game a week, which is no excuse, and you can go and tackle and attack to go and get the Champions League spot for this season. It's such a clusterfuck going on in this league. I just don't think it's that great as what the paper, well, on paper in the summer, what it's kind of made it out. Everyone I thought was not going to do great is kind of doing better than I thought. Everton's, the likes of Sunderland's, Bournemouth's, and the ones that are doing like, I thought I would do a little bit better than I thought. Now I thought they're going to do better. They're actually doing crap. Everyone looks dross. And you know what? The maddest thing is, it's only a few points that separate us from the top and a few points that separate us from the bottom. What's this? People saying Amorim out are fools. How are you gonna get entertained by Said if he leaves? What does that even mean? Villa are backcast. You won 1 game, Daniel, at home against Fulham. Relax. The league is here for the taking. With a proper manager, we can actually, maybe. Big up Danny, big up Venetia. We're just kind of talking about the Xavi situation. We're kind of talking about this Amorim threatening to walk rumours, which is obviously bollocks, because if anyone knows what we're like as human beings, no one is walking away from £12 million payout, let alone a £4 million payout. Do you know what I mean? This guy's even given more than just enough reason to say, before his old management, after being a player, how him and his wife would struggle, obviously, about the bills and blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you now, that man's about his money. So he's not walking. I might as well say it early in this video. He's not going anywhere. But I keep seeing little reports about his pride. if things are not walking, if he feels like he's not the right guy, he will walk. The guy looks stressed. I can't lie, I ain't feeling Xavi. Man plays the same 3-1-6 as 10 Laden. But what I saw about Xavi, apparently, from what he said and his quotes, is that he doesn't play through his fullbacks. He doesn't want to create through his fullbacks. So maybe his 3-1-6 is a little different. Does he play a 3-1-6? I thought it was meant to be a 4-3-3 mainly. Tactical United standards. Oh, you did put in the comments. Pick up yourself, man. He says, tactically, the midfield would improve. We would play through. Mainu, Bruno, and Casemiro will each have roles. Because Xavi was an elite midfielder, he knows what is required, and Mbeumo will revert back to its form. But my issue with this is the midfield you just said is slow as fuck. You know, it is super slow, and I don't see how that midfield three would work. I'm not for that midfield three. I think if you're going to do anything, the only thing I know that I'm for, and I think you lot should be for as Man United fans, is one, promoting youth players. We've got such good players in the youth. Sekou Kone's that could play in the midfield. Tyler Fletcher, Jack Fletcher. We've got so many different players that they might not make it, but they can add something that we just don't have. Legs, athleticism, and a brand new modern IQ to the way of playing football. Like, don't get me wrong, love Casemiro and everything he brings, but in the base helm of a three with Bruno and Mainu, the guy needs legs around him. You need to bring back a Toby Collier for him. So I don't get the Casemiro kind of stuff. I think he can definitely be utilized, but I think we need to strip away from what this midfield is and just look at Kobe, and for Kobe alone, and say, I want to build around him. How do we get the best out of Kobe Mainu right now? I'm telling you now, trust in the youth. As United have always built themselves upon, is from Carrington and trust in the youth. We thought Amorim, we thought Ten Hag was all for the youth. They're not for the youth. They're just not. They're really not. I'd even be open to putting Ahmad in a 10 if it came down to it, just to have a different kind of element of a different kind of attacking midfielder. So yeah, but no, I'm not being funny. Busquets' brain and Casemiro's brain is night and day different. It's all about positioning. Busquets, different gravy, even at 31 years of age. Xavi and Iniesta, as much as I like Kobe and the rest of what we got going on, they are nowhere near them. In terms of IQ levels, you can coach whatever you want to coach, but their talent alone is enough to get you through a game. More than enough. Yeah, that's what I like, Don. That's what I like. That's one thing I'm very much for. I want to see youth players getting a chance. Because how many times do we have to hype up youth players and think, bro, you know what? Like Mantato, he was meant to be a left foot, right foot kind of winger, both footed. Where's he at? So, really and truly, Ahmad should compete with Mbeumo on the right wing. Yeah, maybe that should be the case. Maybe that should be the case. Who's the 6 in Carrington? I forgot his name. He looks tidy. There's a few, to be honest. there's a few. Yeah, no, all right, fair enough. You don't need mad athleticism to think. We need technical players. I understand, but modern football, you need a little, in the Premier League, you need something a little different as well. You need like a belabour in there, someone that's gonna like a proper box to box. Jim Thwaites, yeah, he looks outrageous. I'm not gonna lie, he looks outrageous. I don't know if that's even how you say his name, but I've seen clips. That's all I'm gonna say. I've seen clips, and that's that. Chelsea's a 3-1-6, 3-2-5, but we build up through the midfield. Xavi might do the same and build centrally. You know what? Not a bad comparison right there. Please smash the likes, people, if you haven't done so yet. 45 likes. If you can get to 100, then amazing. I'm still doing up like daily content, trying to get a live video out, and just keep it rolling. We're going to have to go through this whole international. You know what? Depending on that Sunderland result, I'm going to kind of talk about it early. You know, with Mbeumo starting to do the new rounds of like saying it's all our fault and going on from there, it's not giving me confidence about the Sunderland game. And that sounds crazy because Sunderland are defending really well. They're taking their chances. And I do wonder if it's a nail in a coffin for Amorim if he doesn't succeed, obviously, that game. I just don't feel like 3 points can be inevitable. Look, you should be beating Sunderland at home. But you know what I don't like is delaying the inevitable. And I hate that I'm at this part with Amorim. Because even right now, there's a part of me thinking, please, like, is there something that's going to get you over the line and that you can succeed for us. And I just don't see it. I feel like even some of his interviews, you know, in his interviews, it sounds like he's kind of throwing players under the bus a little bit with sly remarks. It just sounds like he doesn't even want to be there. You know, it kind of sounds like Ten Hag's and you don't want to be there. And it's a shame. It is really a shame, man. Oh my God, what I do. See, this is one reason why I would love Glasner, is because I just know if you want to go and secure Wharton, we'd have much more chance of doing so. I think he's the future. I would love it if we had, like, imagine in the midfield where we've got Baleba, Wharton, and Kobbie Mainoo. Do you understand that? I would be absolutely gassed. Bring back Toby Collier. Do you know what I mean? Have a Sekou Kone there as a six, and probably like a Jack Fletcher or Tyler Fletcher, one of more of the attacking midfielders in the setup. I think Tyler maybe more than Jack, but it would be nice. So yeah, these weeks and this feeling is really annoying when we know what's coming. My thing is more the incompetence of decision making through Ineos. It's like you should be able to recognize that even through results, it's not good enough to get you through. Like we got like Liverpool coming up at Anfield next. We already know we don't win there, and I'm not saying we can't win there, but I'm saying it's kind of like delaying the inevitable. And after that, you got Brighton, and then you got Spurs, and it's just like, oh mate, do we have to wait for another international break because you don't want to? You know, like we're seeing all these hit revenues, second most valuable club in the world. And it's like, we know you got money, so stop lying to the people. I do believe they want to join Man United. I wouldn't say they wouldn't. I think there is a direction with United. It's just the management. I feel like it's just the management part. It looks quite confusing on the pitch. That's all. I feel like is the missing pieces. The manager that knows how to get the most out of most players. Like Elliot Anderson's. If Elliot Anderson came, I'd be over the moon. If it wasn't Baleba and it was Elliot Anderson, I would, trust me, I think that might be the better move. I would love a Wharton, Elliot Anderson, and a Kobbie Mainoo midfield. Like just all obviously British players and players that I rate a lot. I'm all for it. There's no AFCON tax. It's a bit of a dream, I suppose. I just feel like United lack a lot of British players at the moment. And if they are British, they're crap. Like Maguire, like Shaw. I don't want all English players like that, but it's like British. Like there needs to be a core, and they need to be from Carrington. They need to be young. They need to be upcoming. Go back to our roots. You know, we got a lot of like foreign players as it is. You know, you got Mbeumo's, you got Sesko's. You know, you got Acunha's. Like that's all fine. But United just don't have a good core, something that I feel like United have kind of strived away from under what Ratcliffe originally said, that, you know, we need young English players, young British players come up and coming. So it's a little bit of it's a little bit like a broken promise in my opinion at the moment. And of course we already know when it comes to British players, there's a British tax. Heaven is the only English player Ineos have signed, and that's the crazy part about it. How can he be the only British player that we've signed? Cass, I'm due to make a channel soon. We got some debates, me, you, and Rants. I mean, do you know Rants like that? Because good luck if you don't. I'm just saying he's a very particular person. Not saying never say never. But if you do, you can definitely jump on my panels regardless. I do panels throughout the weekends. I might have to start running them up through the week. But you know what it is, yeah, with right now, with the whole talking about Man United is like, where we're so crap and in the mud, not a lot of people want to do content and talk about United because it's a low pit stop. It's on a low. I don't like this IDK. I must admit. You know what? It's the big chances. Can you get me stats of who's created the most big chances? Cunha and Mbeumo and Delic spoke facts about this team. What did they say? Ineos are doing a Brighton thing, buying up bare young African midfielders recently. But this is what I've kind of been asking for ages. You know, look at the size of Africa, yeah, as a continent. You know, on the global scale of things, right? You never really see how big Africa is. Yeah, on the, like, if you go on Google Maps, because it's on a flat kind of surface, you don't really see how big Russia is or how big Africa is. Africa is a huge continent with multiple countries, multiple different cultures. You know, East Africans different from North Africans, South Africans different culturally to the West Africans. Why would you not? And this is what I don't get. And this is why you got to commend Brighton. And you got to look at scouts the way you got to look at that continent and think there is an abundance of talent over there. Yeah, an abundance of talent over there, just like South America. But gets more played into because of, I don't know, they're higher in sports or more looked towards upon sports. So much talent in Africa, and it's like, why have we not been doing this before? So you got to big up Christian Vivell for all of this stuff, and even Jason Wilcox as well, but mainly Christian Vivell. It's like, you know, if Africa, I keep saying, if they had the required resources that the flipping Europeans didn't steal over the years, you can imagine what they would do to sports. Because when it comes to black players, North African players, and all that, they've got this technically strong gene about them when it comes to football, right? And it's just, mate, it's why would you not dip into the market of Africa and go get their best players? So recently we're getting Mali players, Senegalese players, and whatnot, and we're looking at other different players from different countries, and it's just, it is the way to go. Don't get me wrong, and you can flip them, of course, because you know, no one, come on, they're gonna become good players no matter what. They're gonna get their chances. You can flip them for money. If not, they're gonna stay in your team. I'm just surprised how it's taken this long to 2025 to look at these African teams that are getting better and better and better and be like, you know what, we should go over there and do it now. It's mental. I find it crazy over the years of African players shining, and you never thought that, you know what, let's go have a little bit of a talent hunt over there. It's mental. But I'm glad we're doing it now, and we're not like, we're one of the few teams that are doing it. You know, it doesn't always have to be South America, because South America, when you do want to go scout the talent, as much as we're looking at, like, obviously Diego Leon's, there's another character as well. You know, they cost you an arm and a leg. Like, some of these players are like 19 million, 17 million, 20 million. I'm like, why do that? Have you seen some of these under 17s, like Senegal's under 17s and whatnot? There's some absolute ballers over there, man. And now we got that South American feel for it now, because we're looking at Colombians and whatnot. It's nice to see the scouting doing its thing. It's just, that's all great. But what about now? Because it's mad how you look at some of these talents. We're looking to sign that Colombian guy, I think we just did, or let's say the likes of Sekou Kones and yada yada yada. I think there's another name in there. I can't remember his name. I don't know if it's a Juve or there's another. I think there's another like 6/8 player that we're looking at that we signed. And you look at that and you think, you'd already be better than Agate. You'd be better than Agate already. Why are you not in my DM spot? Because I'm crying out for some legs, some brutality in there. Do you know what I mean? Christian, I don't know what much about him, but if that's like our way of saying we missed out on Caicedo, I hope that guy is the next Caicedo, but better. Do you know what I mean? But we need to start sending some of these players out on loan. I'm kind of going off. But I'm going to go back to what I was saying about Sunderland. I think it could be the nail in the coffin. But you know what I don't want for the weekend? See, I still want to win. Because I feel like Ineos should be able to make a decision about if the manager is the correct man to go forward with this side. But you should be beat. My biggest issue is like with these newly promoted sides, yeah, Sunderland's doing great. You should be beating them at home, man. You should be beating them at home. It's a standard requirement. Like, you know, like the Burnley game. Bro, we made the biggest meal out of the Burnley game. It's a bit stinky. Even if you win 1-0, even if we lose 1-0, draw, it should just be enough to say, Ineos, like, you got to go. There's managers there that are wanting to come to United. It's as simple as that. And they're not going to cost you a lot. Some of them are free. Some of them are going to have small payouts. I don't think so, though. I don't think so. Because if there's like a 3-0 performance all of a sudden, we already know what Jason Wilcox are now going to do. They're going to delay their inevitable. They're going to keep delaying their inevitable. And then we're going to go lose against flipping Liverpool. Then we're going to probably go and draw against Brighton. I'm just kind of sick of it, man. And I don't like being in this part as a United fan base. I never done this channel in the first place to start talking negatively about the team and the manager. I'm not even talking negatively about the team anymore because I just think there's one situation and he's threatening again, apparently, to walk away for the third time. If you can see that a decision has to be taken and you delay to see how it works out with a 1 extra date game, you have to pull up exactly, Emir, man. Casillas are penny pinching. But I think that's what they're doing to delay the inevitable. If they can keep getting little results here and there, then they're going to wait till the next international break, which I don't agree with. Is there another international break after this one? Yeah. Fucking the November one. Why do you have to wait? Do you know what I mean? It's another. It's a bit. I'm glad. You know what? Yeah, I'm actually glad that I know next year they're basically putting 2 international breaks into one. Yeah, it's going to be one big 2. You're not going to see football for a long time. But what they're doing is you're going to get like 6 game weeks of football. Then you're going to have a long break, which means you're going to have to get talking a lot about I don't know what. And then I think there's one more after that, unless they're cutting it out. They're doing it from like the end of September 21st.
You know what they would do?
What?
International breaks would be while the transfer window is
Then Let me see this new international break for next year. Starting in the 26-27 season, FIFA will merge the traditional September and October international breaks into a single extended 3-week window featuring 4 international matches. What the fuck? It will go from September 21st to October 6th. I mean, what do you do for content for 3 weeks, man? Oh, that's going to be horrendous, bro. That's dead. You know what? When I deep in that's dead. That's not defeat. That's not defeating anything, bro. That's not defeating anything. It's still long. Let me look at that on the calendar. Hold on. All right, we're talking about next year. Like we ain't got bigger problems. This like right now. All right, it's the cool. Don't care about the notifications. All right, next year. Right, next year, September 21st. So it's going to start from that Monday, and it's going to be back on that 1, 2. Yeah, it's technically 3 weeks. It's technically 3 weeks. You know what I'm going to do? I'm sorry, people, but I'm going away. I'm going abroad. Man. International break, international flight. Wolfie will be in the championship by then. You could just banter him. That might need to be my break, man. Yeah, it's going to have to be FIFA content or some sort of content. Might have to just put tournaments out there. I'm going to have to do everything we can. But even right now, I'm thinking about it. I felt like I've just come back from holiday, right? Not that long ago. It wasn't... I'm in Morocco. I was just in Morocco, yeah? About 2-3 weeks ago, yeah? Just come back from there, and I feel like I've missed out a lot. Missed out the whole international break. It was beautiful. And I just feel like I've just come back just to instantaneously go back into another one. I might have to fly out again, man. But I've just got this channel trying to get up and running and try and get it going again. And then here we are, man. You know what I mean? We take our international break and we come back to get slapped by Liverpool. Oh man. I'm going to Agadir next, man. I'm not even going to. I was in near Tangier. I was in Araish for a little bit. And different cities, Tetuan, whatever it's called, Tutuan. I was in all sorts. Kasar, it was in that town. Mijlo. Yeah, man. But anyways, it's just crap, innit? And it's just going to be more talk of negative. I guarantee it's just going to be more talk of negativity. The only way I get past this international break is if Amorim's been sacked. I see all the smack earlier. What do you mean on never a foul? Yeah, you know what? It's got to happen though, isn't it? It's just got to happen. There's not even much. You know what the maddest thing is on the United front? There's not actually a lot to talk about. It's like we're talking about a manager threatening to walk again. Do you know? And and I'm calling bullshit. Really and truly, I'm calling bullshit. But boy, it's just not looking good. I've seen even this about Michael Carrick. I don't know what people feel about with Michael Carrick. Mine will continue hard to gain back his game, but if chances don't come soon, that he may look at options away from the club or loan again. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's crazy, like him not getting the chances he needs to. Give me a sec. Let me double check this. So the Michael Carrick one that came out yesterday by Luckhurst says Michael Carrick is among the caretaker options. Man United could turn if they sack Ruben Amorim. See, what's people's thoughts about an interim like Michael Carrick till the end of the season and then go and get the correct manager if that's the case? Would anyone be for that? And I saw something about Michael Carrick not wanting to take the full-time job, something about him going, there was a big reason why he took the Middlesbrough job. Not that it got offered to him, a Man United one, but obviously he was doing what's best for him and his family and blah, 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 and all them sorts. See, I think Carrick has a good idea of how to play and what to play. But I do think the job might be a little bit too much, considering. You know, if you're not going to get Middlesbrough over the line, and I know there was a lot of issues with Middlesbrough, but I'm just thinking I like the idea of Carrick. I think I like the idea more than the reality. I don't think I'm going to be real, Amir. I don't think Nagelsmann's would actually work. I like his ideas, I suppose, on a when it comes to like Bundesliga and all that, but I just don't think it works in the Prem. We can actually salvage the season. Teams around us are shit. We have a genuine. I was saying this earlier, Hassan, if he was here. Securing top six if we play decent. Interim won't be able to do it. Fletcher interim, Glasner in the summer. I think you can get Glasner now, though. Otherwise, you know what? The only risk of having an interim now until the end of the season is that these managers that you admire or Ineos admires, they might be poached by other clubs. So it's like if Glasner's going to have a walk on a free, he's going to have a choice. There's going to be, I'm telling you now, there's going to be a lot of clubs that are going to want him. Let's see this. No absentees. Wilcox, Torpy, Evans, Fletcher, and Coach Farrell present, but Amorim was a no-show raising questions. I'm pretty sure he was at the tunnel. If we keep Amorim, we can totally win the league next year. What are you on about? What? What have you seen with Amorim that's going to get us to win a league? Cass, would you ever go on holiday to Pakistan? Probably not. Cass, you good in FIFA? I'm amazing. We need Carrick and McKenna for the training ground, Ollie for the presses, and Roy Keane to manage the dressing room. Oh yeah, that you sound like a top red now, man. Yeah, that was my favorite part. That was my favorite part. I must admit, my favorite. Gulag, that guy, man. He's all right, man. Win the league. Can't even win back-to-back games, let alone a flipping league. Can't even get us a cup over the line against flipping Ange Postecoglou. There's a lot more to that. Let me see what else has kind of got on. At this point, this tree's just turned it into like a flipping Q&A. Let me see what else is there. Mine is a modern example. Again, it's just so dry. This is the issue, man. And I see this thing that United are exploring options. We already spoke about this a while ago about the mid-season friendlies with Saudi Arabia to get some more money and all that stuff. I don't really see what's wrong with midweek fixtures. I mean, if it gets the team more fit, you're not doing nothing, so stop being lazy, right? They talk about Tyler Fletcher and Jack Fletcher, and they speak of Jack Fletcher quite a lot. Shea Lacey's present. That JJ Gabriel is expected to join first team training at some stage this season after Amorim spent parts of preseason watching. I don't care if Amorim was watching. Everyone can see that this guy's a little crackhead, man, of a player. Malassi and Ahmad are back in first team training. I mean, Ahmad went because of, I think someone die in his family? Manchester United aim to sign Carlos Baleba regardless. Yeah, we'll see what that long-term kind of project is. That's it. I don't know about that, man. I might do FIFA. I mean, I'm gonna get the new Battlefield regardless. Cass, I have a theory. Ineos might be in talks with the likes of Glasner right now. They just don't want it out there before it's confirmed. But the fact rumors are coming out means something is brewing. I do believe something is brewing. Ineos would be absolute fucking idiots to not be talking to new managers at this moment of time. That's how I'm viewing it. They've done it before. They've done it with Amorim before. Do you remember? They've done it like I think if I'm correct, they were talking to other managers about like 3 weeks before Ten Hag's inevitable sacking anyways. I think it's all about timing. Carrick till end of the season, Glasner during the summer, let Glasner cook this season. I don't think we get Areola. I got a feeling Ineos are more kind of leaning towards the Glasner side. That's what I believe. Please, there's got to be at least 20 of you that can like the video. There's got to be at least 20 of you that can get this to 100. I think who's where is it? Someone's meant to, wait, hold on. Right now, yeah, Big Six Bants are live, so we're gonna go redirect over to them. If there's any new news, then I suppose I'll be jumping on another show or probably make another live here. But do look out. If all of you can listen to this, at 8 a.m. I will be posting daily something about Man United daily, 8 a.m. UK time. So I'll always have a video out. Just trying to build platform the channel and keep it going and keep it consistent. I'm going to be back later on Never a Foul as well. And hopefully some of these teams lose, whether it's Man City, Newcastle, or Arsenal. But I'll be there, man. But anyways, go raid once. I want to see how many people are going to jump over, man. It's nice to see that in a community, there might be like, even though there's like 200, it might be like 150 might jump over. So in a bit,